Dear students, let's continue our topic, that is semiconductor. But before start with this topic, let's recall the topic that we had already studied in this chapter. So in the very first lecture, I had explained you regarding the classification of the semiconductor. That is, basically semiconductor are classified into two categories. These are intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor. Then what is intrinsic semiconductor? A pure form of germanium or silicon is called as intrinsic semiconductor, while extrinsic semiconductor is what obvious, it will be nothing but a kind of impure semiconductor. Further, this extrinsic semiconductor is classified into two categories, that is N type and P type, where N stand for negative type and P stand for positive type. Then further, I had explained you regarding p-n junction, then p-n junction diode, and we had seen the symbol of this diode. This is the symbol of the diode, where this base part of this triangle is the positive and this is the negative terminal of the p-n junction diode. Then working of p-n junction diode, basically this there is a two type, that is a forward bias and reverse bias. So what is forward bias? When p type of the junction diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and the negative side of the p-n junction diode is connected to the negative side of the battery, so this kind of connection is for forward bias. That means now the diode will be worked in a forward bias. Then opposite of that, that is positive side of the junction diode is connected to the negative terminal of the diode and the negative side of the diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. So this kind of circuit connection, that means now the p-n junction diode will be worked in reverse bias. So this is what we had already studied. Let's move further. So in today's video lecture, we will see the applications of semiconductors and p-n junction diode. So basically there are a certain type of the application. So first is the solar cell. As you can see, this image is nothing but of a solar cell that converts light energy into electric energy, and it is useful to produce electricity in remote areas and also for providing electricity for satellites, space probes and space stations. So solar cell is also known as photovoltaic cell, is an electrical device that converts the energy of light directly into electricity by the photovoltaic effect, which is physical and chemical phenomenon. It is a form of photoelectric cell defined as a device whose electrical characteristics such as current, voltage or resistance vary when exposed to light. So individual solar cell devices are often the electrical building blocks of photovoltaic modules, as you can see in this diagram. The common single junction silicon solar cell can produce a maximum open circuit voltage of approximate 0.5 to 0.6 volts. So this is the number one application of the semiconductors or p-n junction diode, is the solar cell. Number two, we are having photoresistor. We had already studied a resistor, but here it is the photoresistor. Now what is the meaning of photo? So basically photo is nothing but meaning it is a light. Photo stand for light. So basically photoresistor, also known as light dependent resistor, that is LDR, or photoconductive cell. So a photoresistor is a passive component that decreases resistance with respect to receiving light on the component sensitive surface. Okay, that's mean at this part, this is nothing but the image of a photoresistor. So when light will be fall on the photosensitive surface, so then in other words it's exhibit photoconductivity. A photoresistor can be applied in light sensitive detector circuits and light activated and dark activated switching circuit, acting as a resistance semiconductor. So basically photoresistor changes its resistance when light is incident on it. So this is all regarding a photoresistor. Next to that we are having bipolar junction diode, bipolar junction transistor, that is BJT, bipolar junction transistor. So bipolar junction transistor is a type of a transistor that uses both electron and electron holes as charged carriers. In contrast, a unipolar transistor such as a field effect transistor, that is FET, uses only one kind of charge carrier. So here a bipolar transistor allows a small current injected at one of its terminal to control much larger current flowing between two other terminals, making the device capable of amplification or switching. So bipolar junction transistor is a type of transistor that uses both electrons and holes as charge carriers. So this is all regarding the bipolar junction diode. Now the fourth application is a photodiode. As by the word photo again, in the photodiode, silicon absorbs the energy of the photons of the incident light to create additional pair of electrons and gaps, causing a significant change in current intensity. It is used in solar cells, light sensor in smartphones, digital cameras, street lighting lamps, as well as shopping malls doors. So photodiode, it conducts when illuminated with light. So as you can see, this is the image of a photodiode, and see, this is the photodiode. Now next to that we are having fifth application as LED. LED, that is light emitting diode. So basically LED is a light emitting diode characterized by rapid response, small size and longer life expectancy. It spreads widely and is used as an alternative to fluorescent lamp and tungsten. Then the last use or application of the semiconductor device, that is solid state laser. As you can see in this diagram, so you will able to understand what is solid state laser. So a solid state laser is a laser that uses a gain medium, that is a solid, rather than a liquid as in dye laser or a gas laser. Semiconductor based lasers are also in the solid state but are generally considered as a separate class from solid state laser. So this is the last application of the semiconductor. So we had in your textbook, it is given, there is a 6 application is given in your textbook, that is number 1 solar cell, number 2 photodiode, then we are having photoresistor, then bipolar junction diode, then LED, and the last application is given as solid state laser. Then let's come to the last part of the chapter, that is Thermistor. So basically, what is thermistor? So thermistor it is a kind of a resistance. See, we had already seen resistance. Yes, so thermistor is a resistance thermometer or a resistor whose resistance is dependent on temperature. So it is a kind of resistance whose it is a kind of a thermistor. Okay, so it is a byword thermistor, that is thermo plus resistor. Yes, thermo plus resistor. What is thermo? That's in something related to temperature. And what is resistor? We had already seen the resistor. We had already studied regarding the resistor in Ohm's law. So it is a kind of resistor whose resistance is dependent on the temperature. So that's why it is called as thermistor. The term, as you can able to understand, the term is a combination of thermal and resistor. So it is made of a metallic oxidized pressed into a bead disc or cylindrical shape and then encapsulated with an impermeable material such as epoxy or glass. So this is all regarding the thermistor. So here your chapter of semiconductor is over now. So let's stop here.